We are trading in plastic water bottles to get clean canteens and stop using plastic water bottles.
We thought we were recycling because we threw it in the recycling bin, so we thought it got recycled. And one of the sad things to learn was that not everything that you put in the recycling bin necessarily gets recycled. My name is Stephani Soechtig. I'm the director of Tapped, which is a documentary about the bottled water industry and the global water crisis. First feature film, and we not only started making a feature film, but I also started a company. So we went down to Texas, and we saw the people that lived near the oil refinery where the primary ingredient for PET is made, and they really looked to us with such hope to get this message out and to get their struggles out, and they really were like, thank God you're here to tell this story, because if people see this, there's no way they can support it. We can't really support our recycling stream in this country. There's not enough funding, so we end up exporting a lot of garbage. You think you're putting it in the recycling bin, but when it gets to waste management, sometimes they actually just throw it in with the rest of the garbage. And so it's not actually getting recycled. And why you should care on a personal level, if you don't care about the earth, you should care because when plastic ends up in landfills and it starts to break down, which is a very long process, the chemicals in the plastic leach into the earth, which then gets into your groundwater and can contaminate your groundwater. About 100 miles off the coast of San Francisco, just between San Francisco and Hawaii, is an area twice the size of Texas that's just littered with plastic. And it's called the North Pacific Garbage Patch. And when I first heard about it, I thought it was going to look like an island of plastic. And it actually doesn't. You couldn't see it from a satellite or an airplane. And that sounds like it might not be a big deal, but it's actually worse in many ways because you can't scoop it out. So what's happening is the plastic is breaking down into such teeny tiny little particles that now there's 46 times more plastic than there is plankton. And again, if you don't care about the environment, if you can go through your day not worrying about that, which you have sushi that night, because the fish are mistaking those tiny pieces of plastic for food and they're eating them.
Making plastics.
These screenings, and when you come to them, they're magical. We have these Q&As, and everybody's outraged by what they saw, and everybody's asking us how they can make a difference, and they feel inspired. They see this spirit that I wish everyone could see, because it's so motivating and so hopeful to see just how ready to make a difference our audiences get.
Pick them up off the ground and out of recycling, or out of the trash can, and I put them in the recycling. So this is kind of just like some bottles that kind of accumulated real quickly.
But somehow that audience wasn't translating on a national level. So that's when we decided to get off the bottle, and we decided 30 cities in 30 days, we're going to go down fighting. If we can't get the message out this way, we sure did everything we could. So this is a glass truck, and what we're doing is every day 30 million single-serve bottles of water end up in landfills. That breaks down to about 1,500 bottles a second. 1,500 bottles every second are being thrown into landfills, not being recycled. And so it's sort of an abstract number when you hear it like that. So we decided, what if we had this glass truck that we could be throwing people's bottles in to sort of demonstrate the waste? And then we said, well, let's take it one step further. Let's not only put the bottles in the truck, but let's trade people. Let's get them off the bottle. So when you give us an empty, single-serve bottle of water, we give you a clean canteen, a stainless steel, reusable bottle to use instead. And you have to sign a pledge saying, I promise to reduce my bottled water use. We don't ask people to eliminate it because there's a time and a place for bottled water. To kind of tell the large corporations, you you may be trying to silence us, but one by one we're getting people to denounce your product and also to demonstrate the waste. So we think when you can actually see it in front of you, when you can see what 1,500 or 3,000 bottles look like, it hits home more. And so we're hoping people will see just how wasteful this product is.
I'm trying to get rid of all the not metal bottles in the house so that we can cut down on all the waste.
You can sign the Get Off the Bottle pledge online. You can sign up for our Facebook page. You can tell all your friends about it. We offer on our website very quick, easy things you can do. We have legislation you can sign that goes directly to the government officials that need to hear about it. You can stop buying bottled water. When you buy a DVD, it's $20, but whatever you do, just do something, because it's better than nothing.
You know, water is essential to life. Without water, there is no animal or vegetable life.